Good Thursday morning, everybody. It's, what is it, the 8th? 8th of November. Where did the year go? See my buddy here? He's our happy Thursday morning buddy. So she's got her a cup of tea. Hey Google, good morning.
Hi, Lucky Dog. It is 7:59 a.m. Right now in DeLand it's 72 and partly cloudy. Today, there will be scattered thunderstorms with a forecasted high of 86 and a low of 68. Have a wonderful day.
86. It's been warm. You know, we cooled down and then it seems like it just came back up and got warm again. But I think we're supposed to get another cool down. But, hey, we went to the zoo. This is my buddy here. I think he's an alpaca. Didn't alpaca run for president once? But see his teeth? The lady there said that the reason their teeth are when they're born is straight, and what happens they gnaw on bark and it pulls their teeth out, and that's what makes them look this way. But he's got quite a look going for himself there with those teeth hanging out. And I'll tell you what about these alpacas, they'll spit on you. He didn't spit on me. I kept away because I knew they did that. You get too close and they'll spit on you. Hey, there's Larry and Bev. They're here from Neptune Beach, Florida. They were over at Disney. They went over Fort Wilderness and had a Roadtrek meet up there. And so, good morning, Larry and Bev. They're getting ready, I believe, to make their way back up to Wisconsin and head back up to the cold weather. Larry says he doesn't mind it. He says the cold doesn't really bother him at all. So, but yeah, they've been all over the place there. I seen where they were up, going up the coast like St. Augustine. It's funny, Larry. We were gone to. My brother was down here, and we were going to make a little trip up to St. Augustine the same day you guys were up there, and we changed our plans. But that would have been funny that we would have maybe ran back across you guys again on it. So our paths would have just crossed over again. So
enjoy the winery tour, Larry and Matt?
Yeah. I see they took the winery tour. There's also a distillery tour you can take up there. The winery tour is pretty cool. It's the same one that is in Claremont, Lake Ridge Winery, and I believe that one's called Sebastian Wine. San Sebastian Wine, and they're basically the same wines. There he says, had a good afternoon, evening with my old Army buddy that I haven't seen in 40 years. That's pretty cool. Get caught up with an old Army buddy from like 40 years ago. That's pretty awesome. Well, we hadn't visited. My brother had came down. This was a planned visit from Myrtle Beach, and they came down here last Sunday. And we were wearing ourselves out, gone all over the place. Gosh, we went one day, went down to Ponce Inlet Lighthouse, and we did a tour of the Ormond Loop, which is a really scenic tour up in Ormond Beach, north of Daytona. And so we did that. We stopped at Hall Seafood Market in Ormond, got a bunch of seafood, and if you watched our video, we did a video on having a seafood fest. That came out really good. So seafood's expensive.
Yeah.
You know, you'd think living here in Florida, seafood would be cheaper, but it's really nice. Oh, so Larry said they took the Sebastian wine tour, and it's fun. You get to sample all the wines. It's cool. They got some good wines there. I like their, what is that one? The red. There's a red that they make.
Sebastian red or something.
Yeah, there's a red. I really like that red that they make.
Their port really well too.
And their port's really good. So, but yeah, they have some really good.
Seafood's cheap in Florida if you catch it yourself.
Yeah, but then you gotta get a license and maybe a boat.
Well, not after you're 65.
Well, yeah, and I just found that out. Just recently, I found out they said after you're 65, you no longer need a fishing license. I would make sure I call and make sure that's true, because some of the fines for fishing is ridiculous in Florida. I've heard horror stories where they take people's boats and everything else. I don't know how much fact there is to them, you know. But I, one time when I had my boat, was up here off of Lake Woodruff, and I had a GPS on board, and I was doing 5 mile an hour, and the Coast Guard, whatever he was, pulled me over and told me I was speeding. I said, 5 mile an hour? I was speeding? And he says, yeah. He goes, you was making too big of a wake. Well, I said, well, how do you know how fast you're going for your wake? And he said, well, you just have to judge it. Well, I said, what I judge and what you judge might be two different things. I might not think I'm putting out that big of a wake, but you might. I go, that's kind of a trap, you know? And but while we were sitting there, he was on a curve where you come around this curve. He pulled off about 3 boats while I was sitting there. The fine was $200. I said, man, this is ridiculous. And I've heard other boaters tell the same story, that you just got to be so careful. They'll just pull you over and fine you just like that. And that was right after I got my boat. You know, I've had the boat for a few years, and a boat was not my thing. After a while, it's just a lot of work in out of the water, keeping it clean, and so they always said the most happiest day you have is the day you get your boat, and the second most happiest day is the day your boat's sold. So I sold it. I don't care. I worked on boats for years. That was my job. But to own one, it's better to have a friend that has a boat. You know, so that's probably a better option on it. So, Larry, when do you think your arrival date is back up into Wisconsin, or are you just kind of taking it as you go? And I wasn't sure if he was going to make a beeline back, or if he was just going to maybe do a little sightseeing on the way back up to Wisconsin. Pretty good little trip, so wish you guys safe travels on the way back up. Hey, this morning, one of our subscribers, Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs, let's see if I can show you the shirt. He sent me and Sue both a t-shirt with Bikes, Boats, and Bivouacs. That was very nice of him. He told me he wasn't going to get a chance to be on this morning, but I'll wear it again on the next chat on Monday. He was busy today, and he also gave us a donation off our PayPal there towards the page, so that helps us out. Maybe one of these days we can get some shirts made up. So, hey, Seven's on here this morning. Good morning, Seven. It's Don. How's everything up there? Is the weather good? You know. Oh, I know it's starting to get colder up north. We've been hot. We had to turn the air conditioner back on. I forget what day my brother was here, and it's like, man, it's getting warm. Let's kick the AC back on again. But we're supposed to have another cool front coming down. Oh no, Seven says good morning. Snow's gonna snow today. Oh man. Now you might enjoy this. Some people really enjoy the snow. Not me. That's not my thing. But hey, yes, Don, we was thinking you guys the other day. We went to Sanford Zoo. They have a zip line over there, and I was thinking of the video that you made on the zip line, and it looked like fun. Now they weren't running it while we were there. I was looking at. I don't know if you had it had these like boardwalks that you could climb across between trees. Oh yeah, he says I only enjoyed it if it cancels school. Yeah, I do too. I always loved that when I was a kid. Yay, snowing! No school today. Woohoo!
It's like it's like a course. It's a upland course or something, air course.
Oh, the zip line. Back to the zip line. They have a course and looked like you go between the trees, but then they had areas where you could zip line. I wish they was running it, and I could have seen what they were actually doing. Sue says, you want to go, I'll pay for it, you know.
That's right.
And I don't know, I might try it, but it depends on the day how I feel. But I don't know if I can make it cross. I probably could. I might hurt myself. It looks like a blast, though. And that's what we did the other day. Went through the Sanford. Yes, that's what we did. So, yeah, they had the course, what Don said. So, yeah, I wouldn't mind doing it. So we went to the zoo, my brother and sister-in-law and that. So zip to the platform. That's what this looked like. You just zip across to the platform. It would be fun. I might try that sometime.
Yeah, the other part was an aerial adventure.
An aerial adventure and that. So I've got, I did some filming at the zoo, and I haven't made a video yet, but I'll probably make a video up on it. So, oh, you say it's easy? Cool. I'll get every one of these days and try it, you know. it was kind of warm that day. It's like just walking around, I was stomping along, you know. So it cools down to be a nicer day to go to do it on. So
yeah, it got warm here.
It really did. We were so we went to the zoo here. I got a picture of one of this. I've seen giraffes before, and I was taking some videos of this giraffe, and I'll tell you what, these guys are tall. This was a 5-year-old giraffe here in the picture, and but he, I can't think how many feet tall. It was just amazing how tall he was.
I don't know how tall they were. They're huge.
He was coming down, and you could buy lettuce and feed him, and he was taking there, so he was feeding lettuce and that. But it was really pretty cool. They hold the kids down there, and I was telling Sue, I go, hey, it'd be funny if he takes his head, takes out the kid, because he looked like a monster. Maybe not so funny for the kid, but just the thought was kind of funny, you know. So that was pretty interesting. They had not enough monkeys, you know. I think they should have had more monkeys there on it.
Yeah, we only saw one or two. I think.
Oh yeah, Don says I feel like I know Larry and Bev now. So it's like great people. We had a very good time with our visit with Larry and Bev. You know, they spent they boondocked the night in the park in our driveway here, which was really cool. But yeah, we had a good time. We went out to dinner. We had some gator tail we ate, and we did in the video we just put up with that. I had the skydivers coming down. I had took that video like the day before. There's some sort of another country team, and then they do these. They put these flags out, and they've been doing it. They did it yesterday again. I saw it, and so but yeah, we watch that. We can see that right off our deck, right off the back there. They do that pretty much every day. Skydive to land. It's a huge no-no. They come from all around the world here to go skydiving. I need to go back over there and do another video where they're landing and that, so I'll have to do that again. So Don says, gator chicken. Yeah, it tastes like chicken, you know. So Don said, that was awesome. I hadn't seen them with the flags before. Well, you know, they do all kinds of fun things. They'll go up there and they do a free fall, and you'll see we've had up over 100 skydivers at one time. They come down and they do these formations and stuff, and it's cool. You sit here and watch them, and if you take the binoculars out, I mean, you can see them up close. When they break apart, it almost looks like fireworks, because when they all, you know, take off fast, I always wonder how they keep from hitting each other. And then the sky, their chutes will open, and imagine over 100 skydivers in the sky at one time. The sky is just covered with skydivers, and they come down. So we like to watch them, and actually, even with the doors closed, when they open those chutes with that big, we can actually hear the parachutes open inside the house. It's like a whoosh on it. So Larry and Bev have skydived. They both have skydived on it. So we went over the one day there and was hoping to watch them, you know, come down and land. It's fun. They do the swoops and stuff when they come in and land.
Yeah.
And but unfortunately, it got very windy about that time. And when we was there, they cut them off. Was done skydiving for the day. So unfortunately, we didn't get to sit and watch them. But they have a nice place there. They have a little restaurant there. You can go in and eat. In the big windows, you can actually sit in the restaurant and watch them coming down.
Yeah.
And
they did go up while we were there. It was
yeah, and we'll have to do another video on that one sometime. I did one some time ago, a video over there, but it was a very windy day, and I didn't have the equipment, the muffs for my mic and that, and so it wasn't a good video. So one of these days we'll take a trip over there and do another video on it. So hey, there's John. Morning, John. It says, what does that shirt say? Bikes, boats, and boobs? Babes and beer. Yeah, you like that?
That's a new name for Scott's channel.
Yeah, I'm sure Scott will like that.
Just show it.
Yeah, Scott has a channel. Actually, we kind of hooked up Scott through traveling with Robert's channel, and he became a subscriber, and we've conversed, and he sent us nice T-shirts. He actually bivouacs. He sent us one of his stickers, actually several of his stickers, and he unfortunately told me he wouldn't be able to be on this morning, so we'll talk a little bit about it. He said he'd be on Monday. Yeah, bivouacs. What did you say, bivouacs? Bivouacs was when you're camping is a bivouac. All right, and so we wore the T-shirts there for Scott this morning. So again, he will be on Monday's chat. He said he couldn't make it to today's chat, so I have a link to his channel down below in the comments. So check out Scott's channel out there. And yeah, I said we met Robert to talk about Robert. We're going to be doing this coming Tuesday next week. We'll be doing a meetup with Traveling with Robert. Robert lives down in Miami, and he's got his new pickup truck. It's a Chevy Colorado.
Yeah.
He had the Kia, and the Kia, like he says, was murdered. Took it in to get a tune-up. They changed the spark plugs, dropped some of the spark plugs, broke it off there, dropped it in the cylinder. I don't know if they didn't know it, started up, ruined the engine, put a different engine in, it didn't work, and he had quite a thing. So they bought the car off of him, and he was due really for a new pickup truck. So now Robert's got a new pickup. He's going to be coming up and doing a trip through Georgia and coming right through Daytona. And we were going to do a meetup with Robert when the start of that trip back in September, first part of September, yeah. And that's when he had the tune-up and the car broke, and we never really got a chance to do the meetup. So he's going to do a Georgia trip, and we're going to do a meetup next Tuesday the 13th at Daytona Brewery between 5 and 7. And so it'd be fun meeting up with Robert. So anyway, that's how we met up with Scott, through Robert's Friday night chats that he does.
Ted, he's not on.
And Ted that comes on.
Lifestyle Cultures is also
and Lifestyles and Cultures. We met him up through Robert's channel on it. So anyway, that'll be fun coming up.
John, congratulations on your aunt's 100th birthday. That was an amazing feat and picture of her. That's wonderful.
Yeah, that was pretty good. On Facebook, John had put up his aunt had a 100th birthday. Wow, that's can you imagine living 100 years? You know, that she would have probably been born 1918. You know, that's just amazing. When I was a kid, my great grandmother lived with us, and she was born in 1865, and I believe that was the year that Abraham Lincoln was killed. And it was amazing to think that my grandmother here was alive, or at least born, back when Abraham Lincoln was killed. That was amazing. John said she went through a lot in World War II. So, yeah, I tell you what, World War II, a lot of people did go through a lot. Saved all sorts of Jewish kids, too. Wow.
Oh, that's amazing, John.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I imagine she has quite a story, like Sue said, that, you know, it's fun to listen to old people. I always, you know, I try to tell young kids that to seek out older people and the experiences they've went through, and quite a bit different than what a lot of kids have gone through today. But yet kids are going through different things today that we didn't deal with. School shootings never happened when I was a kid, but kids go through that now. But I used to do a fun thing, sit around, there'd be some, they weren't young, they were drinking, sit at a bar somewhere, and everybody gets talking and go, where were you when Kennedy was killed? Well, most of them weren't born. You know, I remember where I was. I was in the 3rd grade when Kennedy was killed, you know. So John said she lives every day to its fullness and always smiling, joyful. That's really cool. Well, you know, we only get one chance on the earth, and then we can go on to even a better place, but you got to make the best of it, you know, while you're here. And
John, did you get to see her when you were visiting the Netherlands?
All right, yeah. Did you get a chance to meet up with her, John? Recall if you got a chance to do that? Oh, I bet it's getting cold up where John's at. He's up in Canada, and the cold weather is slowly drifting in. We're supposed to have a cold front next Tuesday or Wednesday, and our high's only going to be 72. That's what we call cold front. Sorry, guys, but we'll be cold, you know. Oh, 7 says 31. So, yeah, it's funny when we think we're freezing. I do get cold. Oh, John said, yes, I saw her then and had a nice lunch. How cool that is. That's awesome. That's times that you'll remember for the rest of your life, you know. Oh, so that's pretty awesome on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, Florida people are funny because we get to 70 degrees, you sit around with a blanket
I
on.
put socks on last
Get
week.
socks on, and that says not freezing here yet, but will soon, and it'll get hood. Leaves are mostly down, and I did see that too. I imagine Dawn has, her leaves are probably down where she's at because she's up there north. But I seen some of them where the leaves, they said, were just kind of hanging on, but they were coming down.
If they get a big blast of wind and cold weather, that's
Yeah.
often that.
Get another shot of cold and wind, and well, you know, Thanksgiving is a couple weeks away, you know.
Yep.
And so that's the cold season. They want to push Christmas already. It's not. I seen a picture of Santa Claus says, "Wait," or no, the turkey told Santa Claus, "Wait, it's not your turn." You know,
Yeah.
it's not Christmas yet. It isn't Thanksgiving yet. They push it too quick. Having spicy V8 juice this morning, and it's try to have something different. That's my vegetables. I'm not good on eating vegetables. That's how I get my vegetables, drinking spicy V8. Hey, there's Jeff B. Good morning, Jeff. Oh, Jeff said like shirt. Yeah, that was cool. That was shirt Scott sent me. And Jeff, I wanted to thank you. Jeff had gotten a drone, and I have this affiliate thing there with DJI that I get a little kickback. It didn't cost the person using it anymore, but by him buying it through this little link, you know, I was able to get a kickback on. He bought the Mavic Spark, and so he got that one and helped out. So I appreciate that, Jeff. Every bit helps, you know, especially when you're retired. You don't get much, you know. John says, love the Larry and Bev video. Very cool to see you meet up. Yeah, that was awesome. And they're on here. They were, you know. Larry and Bev was on here this morning. They're heading their way back towards Wisconsin right now. They were up at St. Augustine, and Larry got to meet up with a 40-year-old. I mean, not 40-year-old. Army buddy he hadn't seen in 40 years. So he got a chance to meet up with that. So they had quite an interesting trip. They've been through 6 national parks, but that might have been 7. They went up to the Matanzas up there. There's a park just up here below St. Augustine. So I didn't know vodka was a vegetable. I should put a little bit of vodka in there. If I had some, I might have.
I don't think we have it. We have rum.
I got some rum, and whiskey, but no vodka. So hey, there's UK's coming on. I was wondering where UK was. A British hello, it says. So that's UK. See, now UK's going to change his name again because after you do it 3 times, you can't do it for like 3 months. So now he's stuck being called British. He went to Luigi, then British. So, anyways, that's UK. Everybody knows UK. Yeah, Don says no carb potato. There you go. Carbs are, well, good. Well, see, I'm not. Now, Sue loves bread. That's her thing, and I can take or leave bread. I don't care about it, you know. So
we went out with his brother last night to Texas Roadhouse, and they give you those great rolls for an appetizer or whatever. And they brought us some extra, so I brought them home. So I had a warmed up roll with butter and one with blackberry jelly on it. Yum.
Oh, UK says save me. We'll save you, UK. Don't worry. So Jeff says, thank you for all your help, Bob. My batteries are charging. Hub should be here today also, so that's cool. You'll have more batteries. You can go out and do more. I haven't posted. I did one drone video down over a bridge. The whole set of videos I did that day, it was cloudy out, and I'll still probably make up a video for them, but the videos are kind of dark on it, so that's what happens when you go out and film on a cloudy day, you know. Seven's laughing at Sue. So Don says, I love carbs and they love sticking with me. That's what they do, you know.
I said on our hips.
on our hips. Us guys, it gets right on our belly, you know. That's where everything kind of lands right on your belly, you know. you know, I always say I'm proud of my big belly because I've got a lot of money invested in that. So you think all the food it took to get that, you know, it's quite an accomplishment. You know, UK says, "Wake me up inside," so UK's not awake yet. And Sue said, "Our hips." Yeah, Don says, "I let Olivia sleep a little longer this morning, but I gotta get her up and get dressed. So I'll be right back." Okay, all right. You got to get the kids off to school. So it's something I haven't done with the school thing for many years. So yeah, it's that does. It keeps you busy, you know. UK says, "For me, it goes in the toilet." Goes right through him otherwise. Wow. So that's really cool. After about 2 hours, you know. Right. So yeah, after about 2 hours, it goes right through him. So here's if I can throw that up on the desktop. Here's a little picture of, this was the Central Florida Zoo, which is in Sanford, Florida. This is where we went to. This a small zoo. I still got tired walking around it. It was they had quite a few different animals and that, but not as many as some zoos I've been to in the past. So, but that's the website there for the zoo.
Cuckoo's cousin, yeah.
Cuckoo's cousin. Yeah, that's Cuckoo's cousin. Get back to my thing. Hold on. Yeah, cuckoo. I did see a bird. Well, there was one bird, they called it cuckoo something.
Cuckoo something.
They did call it cuckoo, and
bird.
I'm not sure if I got that on the video. I'll be making up a vlog video for of the zoo there. Just haven't put it up. The next several days I'll probably get one together on it. So, but yeah, it was fun.
It took us 2 hours, and we were dawdling. We could have probably done it in an hour and a half.
We've seen rhinos and all kinds of birds and parrots and
bears.
And bears. There was a couple. Neat black bears, which they run around here.
We didn't go see the snake exhibit, but one went right in front of us.
That was funny. Yeah, I'm not a snake fan, and so it's like they have what do they call it, herbitorium, or I don't know what the name for snakes. And I don't care if you guys go in there. I'm not. I'm not a snake fan. Well, then we're walking down the street there, or the path, and here goes a black snake loose in front of us. Everybody just backed up, you know, and it's like, well, it was at the right place. It was at a zoo, you know. So yeah, UK says Cuckoo's cousin. That's what it was, Cuckoo's cousin. And so that was a small zoo. And has Cuckoo's lungs been treated on? No, Cuckoo's lungs still needs a little work on it. So yeah, like Jeff says, I hate snakes. And it's like, I hate snakes with a passion. I have no use for a snake. I love animals. I'm a big animal lover, but I do not like snakes. I don't know why. Well, they're not. They're a reptile. That's still an animal family, I guess, but they're a reptile. I don't like them. I'm not fond of frogs either, you know. So yeah. UK says I like snakes, jelly snakes. Is that the ones you eat? Gummy snakes, gummy snakes. You know. UK says snacks only attack when they are pressured. They demand respect. Yeah, the jelly snacks. I don't even like those because I don't like that jelly texture. I like Jello. I don't like Jello. I don't like I call it rubberish texture of Jello. It's not the flavor, it's the texture that I don't like, you know. So, anyways, I just don't eat that. I'll put jelly. I don't even eat jelly on bread a lot, but I will, you know. So, everybody has their own little things they like and dislike, you know. So, we also went to, my brother said he found this museum in Sanford, which is close here, and like, it was free. And it's like, I've seen the building, but I've never been in it. So we went and did that. It was a little history around the Sanford, Florida area. It had the guy, I think, what was his first name?
Something Sanford.
Something Sanford. That founded Sanford anyways.
Was it George?
I don't think it was George.
Sanford. That sounds like Sanford and Son.
But it was interesting little museums. They had some artifacts from around the area and that. And it was all free. It was really cool, you know. And so I took a short little videos of that. I didn't have a lot, but maybe I'll include that in the video coming up here. So UK says snakes only attack when they're pressured, and also says you should watch Brave Wilderness. He deals with spiders, snakes, mammals.
No.
I won't watch it because I don't.
Everything to me.
Yeah, whatever. If something comes on TV with snakes in it, I turn it. You know. So I attach Brave Wildernesses all the time on YouTube. He says, "Watch it." Sorry, UK, not watch it. If it's snake, I don't even want to look at snakes. It's just not my thing.
Yep.
Years ago, I was here at home, and Abby, the one lucky dog here, she was out in the hallway and acting weird and coming in here. I walked out in the hallway, and here's this snake. He's about at least 3 foot long, and of course, you know me. I mean, I'm petrified of snakes, and well, I didn't want to lose sight of this stupid snake because I didn't want it in the house because I wasn't going to stay. You know, if that snake's loose in the house, I'm not staying. Well, I called 911, and they, oh, it's emergency, you know, and they took it serious. It's like, described the snake, and they go, well, it don't sound like it's poisonous. And I don't care if it's poisonous or not. It's in my house. And the guy named Warden wasn't around to come, but ended up neighbor, he stopped by, and we kind of beat it up, getting it in a garbage can and got it outside. So I hate snakes, you know. UK says he also uses them for good things too and lets them go. He's a master. Well, you know, there is a whole thing. They milk snakes for different reasons, and not on my agenda though.
No.
Just as I hate it, I missed the seafood feast you had. Yeah, I wish you could have been here, Jeff. You could have joined in on it.
Good.
It really was good. We did it a couple different ways. We breaded. We had red snapper, and we breaded some of it, and some of it did it blackened. Now, basically, the blackened came out better. I love blackening. I think everybody else was under the same opinion that it was better blackened, but a lot of them didn't think they'd like the seasoned up blackening. I love it that way, but if I did it again, that's what I would do. I'd just do it blackened. We did some shrimp, did half of them blackened, half of them in garlic, and had several other things, but it was really, really good. And
but it definitely is expensive. So when you go out to a seafood restaurant, you think you lots of money for seafood, and you do, but it's
expensive to buy seafood. You think locally, you know. So Don says I would have too. Yeah, snakes just like bah, you know. You can says I like spider venom. He lets professional extract their venom for cures for venomous spider bites.
Unable to watch it.
I got bit by a recluse spider once, and on my knee, and I literally ate the whole top of my knee off. The most painful thing I've ever had. Now, I'm not scared of spiders. I don't love them or nothing. In fact, I killed one this morning. Did tell Sue.
So, you helped me out? Oh, thank you.
I killed a spider this morning. So, but anyways, this spider just literally like a little spot on the top of my knee, and before it was done, it just ate the whole top of my. It was very, very painful. You know. Yeah, Jeff said I'll take mine blackened. Yeah, that's the way I love blackened seafood. I love it that way. My favorite. UK says he sedates lions and shows teeth and measures them and never harms them. No, you know, I've seen these programs, and yeah, some of them they help animals out. You know. John says we find the little ringnet snakes occasionally and large wood snakes at our cottage and enjoy watching them in their natural environment habitat. I mean, as long as they can stay, I don't. For me, I don't even want to look at them, but there's nothing wrong with watching them, see what they're doing, and the good thing, like the black snakes around here, will keep away the poisonous snakes. We have rattlesnakes, we have the little pygmy rattlesnakes, we have those little what are those called? Are they not a cobra? Can't think of the name of them. There's another little poisonous snake we have, and they say
rat snake or
well, not rat snake's not poisonous. Can't think of the name of it. My mind went blank. But there's another little poisonous snakes around. It has a little red and black ring around it. But that they say it keeps them away. You can say he does everything. He likes Bear Grylls. Bear Grylls. I'm not sure what you mean by
Bear Grill, yeah.
Bear Grylls.
I would watch some of his shows.
Yeah. Still like to watch those a lot, you know. Oh. Don says, wow, and John says, recluse bites are scary. Yeah, I'll tell you what. They just, yeah, like, they rot your skin. That's what they do, you know. Yeah, brown recluse. And this thing was terrible. It took at least 2 months. It really didn't even completely heal in 2 months, but to quit hurting so bad, it was just a complete mess. So I really put a respect for any spider I see. But the thing is, when this one bit me, I never even seen it. But I went to the quick care, and it's what they said. They said it could have possibly been a black widow, but they said it looked more like a brown recluse had bit me. I had been doing some work outside and brush and stuff, and apparently, you know, it was in the brush and it bit me. So glad that's over. UK says he even deals with Brazilian wandering spiders and bloodworms. I feed bloodworms to my tropical fish. I get them frozen. Don says, I don't enjoy them. I have a panic that they're going to slither up my mower and get me. I know, I do. I freak out with snakes. I just totally freak out, you know. Oh, I know how you're saying, Don. I'm the very same way. UK say, but he never hurts them because he's trained. Yeah, and that's good that he's trained and he can. So John says, up here we have to watch for beavers, especially if you have a wooden leg. Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, it's like, yeah, you go out there and this beaver comes up and gnaws your wooden leg off. Goes and makes a little dam out of it.
A damn beaver.
Damn beaver. You know, it's like, have I seen beaver here? No, it was weasels that we see out there all the time. That's pretty good.
Well,
I think there is beaver around here.
Your brother and sister-in-law got to see manatees yesterday.
Yeah, Ron. You know, Ron's on here most mornings. He's on the road this morning, heading back to Myrtle Beach. But they wanted to see some manatees, so we have Blue Springs out here. Blue Springs is known for the manatees, but most of the time it's in the colder months. What they do, it comes out of the St. Johns River, and they go up in there and they get warm, because the springs coming out here is a constant 72 degrees year round. And what they'll do is when the river gets cold, they all get up into the springs and stay warm. I didn't know if there would be any this time of year, because it's still pretty warm. We was 88 degrees the other day. Well, they went out there and they saw them. They said it wasn't as many as the wintertime, but they saw quite a few manatees. See alligator gars out there, which is a fish. So they were all excited, and then they went over to the beach, and I figured they went surfing up at Myrtle Beach, but apparently that doesn't happen a lot up there. And they got to see some guys out there surfing, and it's like, I didn't think much about it because they surf here all the time. There's some surfers here. That's what their whole life's all about, going out surfing every morning, you know. Some people even work before they go to work. They'll go out and catch some waves out there. So they got a chance to see some surfers out there, and that was pretty cool. Where they were at wasn't where a lot of them, you go down to the jetties down at Ponce Inlet, where the water comes in. That jetty causes a lot of more surf there, and they'll surf down there quite a bit. But they also get bit by sharks a lot. We have a lot of mainly black-tip sharks. This area here is the shark bite capital of the world. If you look that up, you'll see New Smyrna Beach, Florida, and they'll get. I remember one year we had like 22 had gotten bit, but it's just on a regular basis somebody gets bit by a shark.
It's just a little bite. They're not, usually not very serious.
Rarely does anybody get hurt serious at all, because it's just what they do is they mistake them for a fish or something. They take a little pressure bite and then they let go. So it's not a life-threatening bite or nothing. I think there has been a few that's been really bad, but 99% of them are just a little pressure bite. A lot of times they don't even go to doctor. They treat lifeguard station will just treat them quickly and go back out and they'll surf again. So UK said I had a python near me once. It wasn't that bad. I just stayed my distance. It started to rattle, don't move, and it curls its ball. Here in UK, we hardly ever see these kinds of creatures, and there's a lot of snakes around Florida, but I really don't see them all the time, just on occasion, you know. Yeah, Don says little bites scare me, big time. Yeah, anything can give you a bad effect. Sue had been feeding the cats out here, and I told her, I said, well, if you're going to feed them, put the bowl in the back so they're away from the road. Well, then we have the video camera, and next thing you know, we've got possums coming up there eating this possum.
On the deck.
Yeah, on the deck, right outside the door. Here's this possum just enjoying them having. So I said, you're gonna have to quit that. You're gonna have every wild animal around here on our deck. So it's crazy. So Don says, if I got a little shark bite, I would still claim a shark. Oh yeah, I would too. It's like shark bite's still a shark bite. I used to catch them a lot when I'd fish out there, and you gotta watch them. Those little teeth will slit you right open. John says no venomous creatures here, but plenty of critters with big teeth and claws. Yeah, different areas have all kinds of different creatures. The moose up there in Canada, they're huge. So I've seen them up there. I've been up in Canada and seen moose. Those things are big.
So then Bob told me to quit putting it out back. So I said, I just tossed a handful of food out front during one evening. It was a little bit later. Don't you know that darn possum showed up and he went from the backyard clear around to the front yard. That was when Larry and Bev were here. I texted him, I said, don't get out of your van right now. There's a possum in the yard, in the driveway.
Yeah, and Don says, yeah, geez, the possums are mean. Well, and possum have been known to carry leprosy. Just like in the Bible where they have leprosy. And a neighbor guy told me that, and I have read that before where they can carry leprosy. And so you don't want to mess with that. UK says, does that mean I get to nuke it in the microwave? John says, yeah, moose weigh 1,000 pounds or more. Yeah, moose are big. Those things are huge.
I've never seen one up close. I've seen them cross the river. We were at the Snake River in Idaho, in Wyoming. Where was it? Wyoming.
Yeah, Don says, oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, I did read that somewhere with the leprosy, where possums can carry leprosy. I don't know that everyone carries leprosy. It's just like mosquitoes and what do they call that? Lyme disease, or is it tick and Lyme disease? Yeah, not everyone has Lyme disease, but they can. And Sue said, yeah, they're huge. Those moose are enormous. John says, we have raccoons, and I expect they're like your possums. Yeah, we have raccoons too. We have a lot of raccoons around. Possum, well, both possum and raccoons are nocturnal. They come out at night. And then we have armadillos. Armadillo and a possum really kind of look the same. It's a possum with an armor shell. They have an armor tank built right in. And again, they come out at night. And those they'll dig holes. Those armadillos will, and you'll see them out now and then. They get hit on the road a lot. Okay, so that's like 4 Batmans. Here in UK, we don't have wild animals in the back garden like other countries. So Don says we have both raccoons and possums. Raccoons are nicer. Possums will hiss and run off even the cats. Years ago, I had a pet store. I used to sell raccoons. I had to get a license from the game warden, and everybody bought one. Had to buy a license, but I'd get the babies. Amish guy, I don't know where he got the babies from, but I'd get them off of him. Babies. They're very cute, and they're not a bad pet, but they can turn on you, especially during mating season. They can get very nasty on it. So, but yeah, I used to sell raccoons in my pet store on it. Cute little critters. John says British moose. It's like 4 Batmans. It's like a new measure of weight. Yeah, it is. It's like 4 Batman, big ones. UK says unless that is one dog that keeps barking at night. John says I would love to see an armadillo. Well, come on down, John. We see them quite a bit. I mean, it's.
There was one in the backyard here.
Oh yeah.
Side yard had a little hole.
Yeah, we see them all the time here, especially at nighttime. Like I said they're out or not, or you'll see them on the road smashed, because they do get hit a lot. They're slow. They move like a possum. They creep along, Don says yes, the armadillos, and they're weird looking,
There was some outdoor show, I can't remember what it was, but Larry the Cable Guy came down, and they're here in Florida somewhere.
Yeah.
And they went armadillo hunting.
Yeah, I remember that one.
And they reached down in the ground with their gloves on and pull an armadillo out by the tail. No way. No friggin' way.
Like John said, like a little dinosaur. They do. They look like a little dinosaur. You can say this is yes, John Batman without his suit weighs about 260 to 290. John laughing at that. Yeah, possums are nasty, Jeff. I don't want them around. So John says, Bob and Sue, if you were in the neighborhood this winter, we'll stop by and say hello for sure. Cool. Yeah, if you're around, we'll probably be here. We don't go too far, you know, so, but would love to have you.
That would be cool.
Yeah, it's always fun to meet up with subscribers, you know, and you get to know them just a little bit better even, you know. Don says, my friend raised an abandoned one, and it lived outside, but it's part of the family. That raccoon will jump on the four-wheeler with the kids, and she's better than a dog. They do make good pets. I mean, they're, I think as that the males get more aggressive during mating season, they tend to, you know, they just get, their hormones go crazy and they get wild, so you gotta be a little careful of them, but they're not bad. You just gotta respect, they still are wild, but they're fun pets, you know. And Jeff says, armadillos come here already dead somehow. I've never seen a live one. I see more dead ones than I do live ones because they get hit on the road all the time. But I've seen my share of live ones though. I had one here. I used to have an old van, and it dug underneath my van. I'd see it coming and going underneath my van. They dig down in the ground. So I have seen quite a few live ones. UK says, so can I nuke the shark? You probably could. You ever see Sharknado? That's a crazy movie. Actually, there's what, 2 or 3 of them.
So you can jump the shark like Fonzie.
Yeah, you can jump. That's right. You can jump the shark like Fonzie.
Sharknado is stupid, but it's funny.
It's stupid, but it's funny. The last one was shot here in Florida. They were at Disney World or Sea World, and they were over here at Daytona Speedway.
Yeah.
A couple of them ate a couple of NASCAR drivers. You know?
I think it was Disney. It might have been Sea World.
I think it was Sea World, but they filmed it right here. The last Sharknado.
It is a bad movie.
It's a stupid movie, you know. But I think the last one we watched because it's filmed here locally, you know.
That's the only reason we watched it.
It's crazy stupid, you know, but it was entertaining because it was locally shot, you know.
Brad Keselowski at Daytona.
That's it. That's a good one to eat, Brad Keselowski. Yeah, they could eat him.
I think he's a NASCAR driver. We don't like him.
Yeah,
but, it's funny.
Yeah, they're getting down to. I don't watch NASCAR like I used to, but I guess the season's winding down now. We only got a couple more races.
2 more races,
and
I think.
They'll be back down here in Florida to Miami Homestead. We stopped there the one time we went down to the Keys, and so they. But yeah, I always think they need to finish NASCAR here at Daytona Speedway. That's where it starts. I think they need to finish the season there, but they don't listen to me. So
that's Dawn. Yeah, 7.
Yeah, 7's name's Don.
You said Dawn. It's Dawn.
Oh yeah, Don. Yeah. And it says, are all your leaves off the ground, Don? So, and not much color left. Yeah, I bet you they're getting towards the end of the color and ready to fall down. The leaves here, the oak trees will change leaves in around March, but they don't fall. They don't go bare. They push the leaves off, and they come back. I know Don said plenty of color yet, so they're still getting a lot of color in their leaves. So, but yeah, but I had a tree out front. It was a sweet gum, and we cut it down, but it did lose its leaves towards the end of December. It would come back on in February, but that tree no longer exists. Took it down because I was afraid it might hit the house if we had another hurricane.
Yeah, take a look at the TV behind Bob. This is brought to you from Florida. Yeah. This is up for your viewing pleasure. For you, those of you up north in the cold.
Yeah, I've been putting aquarium stuff up there today. I thought, we'll just put up some scenic stuff. And
beaches.
That looks like Flagler Beach right there.
Yeah, not quite, but
close. You know,
very beautiful.
So,
someplace tropical.
So UK says, I have a look at a clock tower in London right now. Isn't it beautiful? That'd be cool. London clock tower would be awesome view. Don said, I'm sure they will drop soon because of the cold today and tomorrow. So, yeah, it just seems all of a sudden they starting to get a little wind blowing, and all of a sudden, you know, all the leaves are gone and everything's brown, you know. And UK says, oh my God, take me home. I said, sorry, I thought your name was... Hey, that's all right. You know, I get names. You know, that's the worst thing I can do is try to remember names.
You probably said Don, with your
Yeah, I say a lot. I've been criticized once in a while. Somebody's always wants to criticize when you leave comments on your videos, and somebody will go, It's like, I'm sorry the way I talk, but that's the way I talk.
Yeah, I bet that's what you say So you probably said Don.
I probably said
at the end, that's why you thought it was Don.
because I know I do that. I
No
go
problem.
generally when I do that, I'm thinking of what I'm going to say next. You know, a lot of times speech don't just roll off my tongue, and I'll go and because I'm trying to think of what I'm going to say next. You know.
We get names wrong all the time. Some people call me Sandy. Some people call him Bill.
Oh,
You know?
John says I got to run, so doggies need walking as soon as possible. Okay, John. Hey, glad to
Bye,
see you.
John.
Come on.
Nice chatting.
Enjoy your day. Have a good. Always good to see John join us here. So, John's been one of my subscribers for quite a while. So have a good day, John. It's beautiful out now, and the sun's nice and shiny. Hey Google, what's the temperature?
In DeLand right now, it's 74.
So it's 74, and there's infield like. Somebody new? Huh, good to see ya. Trans Am racing this weekend. Oh, is it really? You know, sometimes they have the races over at the Speedway. Last week, we were out. I fly RC planes just south of the racetrack, and I could hear them running over there. But they'll have different events. Sometimes they have that CCA road course and that stuff. So they got Trans Am racing this weekend. Well, thanks for that. That'd be cool. The British put up 1. I think that means 5. Infield like hello. Yeah, hello infield. It's.
Are you located near here, Infield Lake?
I'm gonna click on you. I don't know if you have a channel or not, but see what you got here.
Go check them out.
Yeah. There it is. I just subscribed to you, Infield. If you do me the favor and do the same thing back, that's cool. I always like to check out the new people, so glad to have you aboard. So Jeff says Sandy and Bill. Yeah, you could call me Sandy and Bill. It don't matter. Yeah. UK says it's decent over here in the UK. Weather's good.
So I wonder is that the same kind of racing that David does? I wonder.
That's what do they call that? Lead sled racing.
Lead sled racing.
Lead sled racing. Is that? No, I think they do call that lead sled racing. It's not just the name of his car.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, so infield like he's in Ormond, which is close. We were in Ormond the other day, wasn't it? So he's a local. I always like to see even local ones come on because it's interesting. You have more subscribers from around the whole country and world than you do local, you know. But love to see local ones come by on it.
We were just there 2 days ago.
Sled racing. Oh yeah, UK's one. Sled racing. No, it's a car. But they call it lead sled racing because they use those great big old cars like a Lincoln and they race these big cars and they put roll cages and that in it. So they call it lead sled racing and they race over Daytona quite a bit. So Infield says, found your videos looking at the shrimp boat video. Oh, cool. I'm glad you did. Yeah, that's cool. That shrimp boat's gone now, but we went up, took a video of it. It was kind of neat to see that aboard. I guess they have the shrimp boat up in Jacksonville now doing some repairs and that to it, get it back out on the water on it. So, but yeah, I appreciate you watching them, Infield. There was some cool. I watched several different people put up videos about the shrimp boat coming aboard. The other day I was down at Dunlawton down at Port Orange, and I shot a couple of short little clips of some of the shrimp boats sitting at the dock underneath the Dunlawton Bridge there, and that's a video I got to make up. I haven't made it up yet. So, yeah, Sue says Ormond is beautiful. We were there 2 days ago. UK says, what about sliding your butt on pavement? Well, you can do that, UK, but it might hurt.
Well, I'm sure it's been done too while racing.
Yeah, especially like the little go-karts and motorcycles. They get off those things, go sliding across the field, but they got those heavy leather, or what do you call it, heavy leather pants on and stuff, so they don't get hurt. Even though that, they still sometimes get hurt. So UK's, we are a country our own. Who says we can't slide on our way to the United States?
Well, I don't think it's slide.
Our country will reach it one day. You have to float across. So anyway, so yeah, we have UK is one of our United
UK
Kingdom.
Is also British, so that's
British.
We call him UK.
Well, so Infield knows UK had changed his name several times. He went to Luigi from UK to British, And then after you change it so many times, they won't let you change it for a while. So he's kind of stuck with British. So we call him UK. So we call British UK. Gotta say, he asked me to call him. That's what I do, you know. So we separated from France. Damn it. Yeah, UK's kind of our chat humorist. He provides us with a lot of jokes and humor. So
and
he's
trivia.
and trivia. He's a lot of fun. We have a good time with UK. So Don said, I'm going to have to go get Olivia on the school bus. So love you all. We love you, Don. We're glad to see you come aboard. Check out, if you're new, check out 7 is Enough. Check out her channel. She puts out some really cool, some inspiration videos, some videos of restaurant reviews, and she always makes me hungry. So check out Don's channel out there. UK says if we leave UK without being nuked, we can slide into the US. I'll try. We'll see UK come sliding across the ocean.
Well, it is an island, so you never know where they could slide to.
It is. Everybody's saying Bond. Willow Tree's my favorite. Sanford, yeah. Hey, we were over at Willow Tree yesterday, day before.
Day before.
Day before, I went to Willow Tree. We didn't go to the restaurant. We were at the little deli in behind Magnolia Square, and we had lunch there. We got some sandwiches there. But yeah, Magnolia or Willow Tree is really a great German restaurant locally to eat at. You know, it's a little pricey, but it's very, very, very good. So, oh, you're welcome, Don. So. Yeah, we went to their deli, so amazing deli and restaurant. Love them both so much. Yeah, they're really good. And then there's the home brew shop right next to the deli. That's Gary. When I was home brewing, I used to buy all my ingredients for my home brewing right there at the brew shop there. So, so friend Gary owns the brew shop there. So a lot of good things. They got some interesting.
Love Sanford.
Sanford's a great town. You know, they have the Live After 5 once a month. You can go over there, and it's kind of like a little carnival, shut the streets down, and so that's pretty cool. But yeah, Sanford's one of our favorite things in this area there. So Infield said, never been to the brew shop. Cool area though for sure. Yeah, if you're not a home brewer, you probably don't go in the brew shop.
You get a lot of home brewer. You can probably see the bottles in his background.
Yeah, if you kind of see the bottles behind my shoulder there, that's. Those are all just empty craft beer bottles. I was keeping a collection of the different craft beers. There's thousands and thousands of craft beers. So, yeah, Jeff says good German restaurants are rare here, so you don't get many up there. This one here is probably known as one of the best, least in the States.
And then there's Emmy's.
And Emmy's Timeout Tavern here in DeLand. Looks like a little bar. And you go over there, and her prime rib is it is awesome. But she makes a lot of other German foods. She has a German potato salad. She has a German. She makes this one with cucumbers and tomatoes, and it's really, really good. Yuka says that has to be the best pirate I've ever seen. So I would seem Pirates of the Caribbean plays UK slowly across the Earth to U.S. For instance, we have the brewery coming to Ormond called I did read a little bit at that Ormond Garage Brewing on Granada. I did hear something about it.
They've got the one brewer there.
Well, we've got actually 2 there in Ormond. Go down to what's his the one that moved to what's the name of the brewery up there in Ormond?
There's Ormond Brewery.
There's the Tap House.
And then there's Tomoka.
Yeah, Tomoka.
And then there's
That's what I meant. Tomoka. So we got Tomoka was right there on 40, and then they also have one in Orange City.
Tomoka.
And then there is the Seaside Brewery.
Surfside
Brewery. Or Beachside. That's it. He's got a Beachside Brewery.
Yeah.
And Tomoka.
Surfside is right there on the beach there.
Yeah. And one of the guys at Beachside is a friend of mine that brews there. And Peter and Jen has Tomoka. I know both of them well. So yeah, there's several, and they're
good reason to get drunk in Ormond.
Yeah. Well, you know, craft beers are just everywhere. You know, we've got in town here, Persimmon Hollow. Andy runs that. I had started. Me and another guy started the Volusia County Home Brewers Guild they've changed it. I think it's called Daytona Brewing Club, but we started that years ago, so I know a lot of the brewery. Daytona Brewery will be meeting with Traveling with Robert coming up this Tuesday. So Infill, if you're free Tuesday the 13th between 5 and 7, we're going to do a meetup at Daytona Brewery there on Fentress behind the Speedway. And I've actually got to brew at that one. They had my beer on tap there for a while. I brewed with Alan there. We did a Scotch ale, but we're going to do that meetup. If you get a chance, you're local, hop on over 5 o'clock the 13th on Tuesday.
Daytona Brewery. Daytona Brewery has really good beer.
Yeah, so we're going to meet up with Traveling with Robert. We're going to do a meetup there, so join us if you get a chance.
And Bob brewed with him.
Yep. So UKC said no. I said no, kill him last. So anyways, it's coming up. We do this about an hour, and it's getting about an hour, and my voice starts getting rough after about an hour, so I think we're going to cut up. Infill, if you're not familiar, we do our chats every Thursday at 8 a.m., and we also do it every Monday at
6 p.m.
6 p.m. So 6 p.m. on 6 p.m. on Monday and 8 a.m. on Thursdays. So on Rock Bottom Brewing Daytona. I haven't been to that one.
Check that out.
Yeah, I'll have to check that one out. So anyways, anybody's watching this later on and haven't chimed in, if you want to leave a comment or something, we'll get back to you. And if you're not subscribed, invite you to subscribe. We try to promote everybody. If you have a page here and you like to subscribe, I just subscribe to Infill there, so we like to help each other out. So glad to see Infill come aboard.
We have fun with UK too.
And we have fun with UK. He's our UK buddy, so I'm not sure who's all back on. If I try to mention everybody, I'm going to miss somebody. So I'm glad to see everybody come aboard this morning. We'll be back again on Monday. So everybody have the upcoming weekend and have a good weekend. So we'll see everybody later.
Bye all.
Bye all.